Hello, everybody, and welcome to Rooms and Reptiles Fatal D&D stuff.
No,
Yes.
I'm not associating myself with that system.
You're the one that brought it up.
Yeah, but
Still,
in pointing and laughing at it. Yeah?
Oh,
you gotta clear the chat.
Right.
what's in the
Beep.
chat?
Don't want anyone to know what version of this we're running.
I believe we are running the super special, that version that we can't talk about on stream.
Don't tell anyone.
Check that out.
Hey
We got
there.
a date now.
Cool.
All right, Ray, take us away. Ray,
I didn't rehearse anything.
so do it anyways.
Okay, whatever. Let's see. Last time on Rooms and Reptiles, Rock got thrown out of a whatever the hell it was trying to get
Oh my
a
God,
shield.
you just failed.
Shut up.
Just read my recap, please.
Oh, did you put a recap up?
Yes,
Yes,
in the
in the
creator
creation
corner.
Okay, see, this is why you gotta tell me this stuff.
I just did.
No, before. Last time on Rooms and Reptiles, the gang of kobolds fought to a valiant end in the world of the Lich, fending off fire giants and excessive numbers of bandit captains, but finally fell. As the last of them went down, they woke up back where they were, with a note of approval from their friend, as well as a key and an invitation to the actual City of Secrets, as long as they did not betray his trust. It also turned out 2 days had passed. They all scattered to take care of their affairs. Cobalt turned a rat into a living puddle of silver slime. Sully resolved the draconic prank, and everyone went to browse the magic item store to pick up things that would suit them. Some walked out with things for themselves or others, but now everyone had loaded up and started going north. Let's get this going. Happy?
It's pretty good.
You kind of turned southern there.
Shoot, the gang packed up and went to varying degrees of success.
You have rascals?
Yeah, these damn rascals, them Duke boys were going to steal shields and bows and...
That's more Old West.
Everyone stole in one way or another.
We're on the run from Old Smoky.
Anyway,
Dooley's up there making moonshine. Okay, whatever. Them couple boys are going out of town.
all right. So we, as he said, we are headed out of town.
Before going right back into town.
Sounds good. We're headed back into town.
And then leaving.
Well, fine. Sorry, guys. I can't figure out how to change the Muxy thing. It just keeps posting and tagging everyone. I don't mean to, but... Anyways.
Did we leave something in town?
I don't know. Did we?
As long as you got your cart, then no.
Yep, we have the cartons loaded up.
Yep, we've got Shrek.
Donkey!
Make sure somebody has that key. Because I think it's cool.
Did anybody ever add that to their... I'll put it in the... I'll put it in the bag.
I assume whoever picked up the book...
Did we bring the book?
You would have put the book back into the trunk.
I thought we put the key in the trunk.
We'll put both.
I'll have to make a note next time we come back to the city to ask about that puzzle piece.
Oh, yeah.
We did.
We did? What were
No,
the
Yeah,
we
we
got sidetracked.
We went to the High House of Wonders and we gave him the puzzle piece. I don't know, Cobalt like made a magical version of it and was like looking at it himself while we gave it to the person to assess, and he gave it back to us.
Oh, really? I thought we gave it to the Zentarum.
Yes, the Tome of Unearthly Secrets is in the trunk of holding. Key... What kind of key was it?
put it down as...
Magical key of mystical origins?
Well, you know exactly where it came from, but you could call it a mystical key.
We call it the librarian's key that came from the book.
You could call it that, yeah.
Mystical Cthulhu henchman key.
That'll work too.
Oh, it came from the Mind
Squid face.
Flayer guy, who's obviously a Cthulhu henchman.
Or an enthusiast.
Yeah, I can't believe D&D stole the Mind Flayer from Stranger Things.
I will
Okay.
end you. I throw fire at Ray.
I catch it.
I don't even watch Stranger Things.
I throw fire at Dova.
I also
I
throw
haven't
fire
been
Sure
to
to
about that? Fuck you up.
I have no realistic I have no realistic idea as to what or who Dova is, so no, that would be metagaming.
Okay, so
But yes.
after messing around in the city for the better part of a day, you leave. Not catching much trouble as you pass by the guards. It's...
I got a man fired.
You don't know
You
that.
got a man arrested. This time in this day and age, unless he's the owner, he would have been arrested. Because what are they going to think except he stole it? Or he stole the money from it?
Cobalt lives matter more.
Anyways, Dova, sorry.
It is, as I put down in the chat, the 5th day of Flame Roll, year 1512.
Oh my gosh, a date.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize. This is really cool.
The year of the Shattered Mirror, as it's been called so far. Relating to an event basically on the very first day of the year, where every single mirror in the city of Waterdeep spontaneously cracked all at once.
Well then. That's not ominous.
Creepy.
People are still waiting to see what happens because of that, but it seems that the common agreement is that that's probably important. It is currently we'll say about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So very late for you guys. But you don't feel tired just yet. Probably due to your strange sleep schedule with the whole mind games thing.
Yes. 2 days
Oi.
of apparently stasis.
Just because we decide to have a different sleep schedule than you doesn't mean that we're strange.
That's pretty strange.
Bigot.
You guys are small lizard people amongst
bird.
mostly... Oh, okay. You calm down, simmer down.
Fucking got him.
Simmer down! Fuck you up.
He'll pack our eyes out.
Using this beginning of like Pirates of the Caribbean with the crows picking apart that dead guy in the cage. Actually, I think he was alive one time.
So wait, a dead guy was alive at one time?
I mean, the guy was alive, but he was like mostly dead. And crows are like picking his eyes
People
out.
are alive before they die.
Yeah,
Dude, this could change science as we know it.
people die when they're killed.
Yes, thank you, Emiya.
So I didn't realize that the calendar function on Fantasy Grounds is actually for the, the actual...
Game.
Game World. I thought it was real life stuff, or did you change
No.
a setting?
I changed it so that it's following the Forgotten Realms calendar, which is I forget the exact name of it, but it has a name.
Calendar works for me. But we can add entries on here and keep track of what happened when.
Exactly.
So, what is north?
North is north.
Yeah.
Of us.
Anything specific there?
We're trying to find the lovely... whatchamacalls them?
Here, I'll put up the map.
We're supposed to have a map in the Sword Coast Adventurers guide that we probably should switch to using instead.
Yeah.
Just because we've got it open for other reasons instead of, you know, the having a whole module open just for one map.
I mean,
Wait,
the map that...
map. Never mind.
I mean, the map that I usually use is just the map of Faerun that I downloaded.
Yeah, I forgot that. I thought we were using the one from the, Horde of the Dragon Queen. Anyways, we were headed to the Star Mountains, I think?
Yes. Somewhere in the Star Mountains, possibly the Grey Peak Mountains.
Somewhere between
near
there.
Lork. Yeah.
We are looking for a kobold tribe.
Ah, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah, you obviously did. But now we
So,
are
can we
traveling
get
there
moving?
anyways. So dazzle us, DM!
Okay.
That's it. Just, okay.
Okay.
I'm thoroughly dazzled.
We must be dazzled more.
Wait, are we bedazzling things?
Oh, yeah. Can I
Aren't you
bedazzle
here?
my
We're
armor?
kind of sensitive to that.
With what gemstones?
I do have a carnelian and an onyx.
Those are worth 50 each, though.
Well, when I split them in half to put on my armor, they'll be worth 25 each.
Oh, wait, no, didn't you give some to Cobalt? Because I gave some to Cobalt so we can, like, bedazzle his chest.
That's right.
What happened?
Remember, we gave
Oh,
you a bunch
yeah.
of gems to fancy up that chest for your spell?
Speaking of, has the chest been fancied yet?
That was the last thing we did.
Oh, and sorry,
You
we'll
were
be
still
louder
looking
here.
for about 200 gold worth of filigree and ornaments, I believe.
I thought we got that.
Did you?
Because I gave him, like, 100 worth of gems, because... What is that noise?
Yeah. I wouldn't have gone and done it unless we could do give everything we needed in one fell swoop.
Okay. I would say that you were able to finish the bedazzling on that.
Now, I don't remember. Did we get a replica of it?
You did. And that's the only reason why we gave you everything, is because you already had the replica, you were ready to do it. You just needed to increase the worth of the chest.
I didn't
Yes, you're
give
right.
him my gems. Those are my preciouses.
Well, I
That's
gave him
fine.
my money.
We got plenty of other gems. But yeah, before we do anything else, wait, I guess I'll do that before our next long rest.
Okay. So let me roll some d20s.
Oh boy.
Okay. You head out on a quite populated and well-maintained trade route towards the east and northwards, up towards Waterdeep. Now, how exactly do you want to proceed towards Lork, as it were?
Towards where?
Lork.
Yes, or that area in general, the Star Mounts and the Grey Peak Mounts.
Oh,
as there is a road connecting Daggerford, Succumber, Zilbros, Loudwater, and Lork all together.
I think that's actually a river.
Well, there's a small road going alongside that river.
Well, then
Talk
yeah, I
about
figured we
Greyflow
would
River.
follow the road. Just follow from Baldur's Gate up on the brown road there until we get to Daggerford, and then go along the river.
All right. As you're traveling, you start to fix your sleep schedule so that you can sleep during the day and travel during the night. And it's fairly quiet. Every so often you pass someone on the road. Those with guards, the guards seem to visibly grab onto their swords as they pass.
Racist.
And the ones who are alone sort of cower and try to make themselves not seen.
Cowards.
Or just try to lower themselves, I suppose. Make themselves less noticeable. Ooh.
Wait, am I rolling something?
I am.
Okay, I was about to say, because there's a lot of rolling going on.
So, in Faerun, there is a postal service of sorts. And it's fairly agreed upon that whoever runs it is magical, mystical, or perhaps even a god. For everything that's properly addressed and placed into a drop box in one of the major cities with a few pieces of gold for postage, arrives within a few days' time to wherever it's meant to go. And in fact, the drop boxes themselves look relatively normal, with the stamp of a stamp that bears the inscription Faerun Post Service. And it seems that no matter where you are, who you are, you're able to read the text perfectly fine. It gets its meaning across. It appears in whichever native language you have. The boxes themselves are incredibly sturdy, often being the only thing left standing in raised villages.
Not even bandits mess with the postman.
It's not really that, but that they're just so durable.
No. It's
Cities
not the
will burn
postman.
down around them.
It's the Postmaster General.
Postmaster Generals are fuck your shit up.
The post god.
They may as well be gods in real life.
Fun fact, USPS mail trucks actually get priority over police vehicles and other emergency vehicles, even if they have their lights on.
I don't believe you.
It's true.
It's pretty awesome.
They are
Sully, give me a
federal
dexterity
vehicle.
check.
A dexterity check for me?
Wait,
Oh.
USPS?
Yes.
Okay, I thought you were also like saying UPS. I'm like, I don't think so.
No,
In the tower?
just USPS.
Yeah, USPS.
In the tower or just out?
Out. Yeah.
USPS should have like
Boom.
a sweet Benelli M4 just racked in the truck so nobody messes with them. You gotta protect that mail.
Sully, you hear a faint whistling noise. You look around, trying to see where it's coming from, and at the very last moment, you see a parcel about the size of your head rocketing towards you.
I catch it with my
Instinctively, you
teeth.
reach up with your teeth and grab it. It doesn't taste too good, there's that standard taste of paper, but there's also quite a bit of grime, kind of all over it.
Oh, gross.
As it's now embedded in your teeth. It's a heavy cardstock sort of thing.
I'll take it out of my mouth and get a rag to clean my teeth.
All right. You dislodge it from your teeth and start cleaning it off. You start cleaning your own teeth off.
So, the post god has bestowed something upon me, has it?
Perhaps it has. Looking at the markings on it, it seems to be addressed to all of you, actually. But Eric's, your name is misspelt. Instead of Arix, it's Aricks.
Okay, which bastard is it?
What?
Who would do this travesty upon me?
No return address.
Who wants about 10 gold? It's the Lich.
No, his name is now Cthulhu Henchman. I am officially renaming him. At least as far as our group goes. The DM may disagree, but we call him
Cthulhu's henchman.
Well, I'll call him Shuluth.
It's his name, man.
I know. I'm the only one that's going to respect him, and I'm probably the only one that's going to survive an encounter.
You're the only one that probably remembers his real name.
He's
probably
Squidface.
am.
Rock calls him Squidface.
Hey, look, I'm the bard. I gotta have the facts. Because I'm gonna sing about it later.
Oh, I'm gonna get this group killed. I can just see it.
It will be a glorious adventure. Anyways, let's open the box.
Let's open the box. There's some teeth holes in it, so...
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Inside.
Out of the box. Out of the box.
Out of the box.
Calm down.
Calm down. Oh.
God damn it.
Come on, what's in the box?
What's in the box? Is this a loot box?
Roll on the damn chart.
It's
I
a minute.
I am.
It's the princess.
Is this our free loot box, and the rest will have to pay?
Can I get 20? Can I pay 20 gold to get like a 5-pack of loot boxes?
Ooh.
No, no, that's 20. It costs 20 iron pieces.
Oh, it's not gonna cost DM bucks?
No, you can't buy it with normal in-game currency.
Oh, so it does cost DM dollars.
Yeah.
And $1 DM equals approximately $5 US.
About, but you gotta buy them in packs of like 5 DM bucks.
Yeah.
But each crate costs 6.
Facebook games at their best. Facebook.
Yeah. So
Actually, that's just about every game nowadays. But anyways,
Premium.
inside the box,
out of the box.
you immediately open it up and just feel this strange sort of unease as a very unsettling looking doll is sitting inside,
Oh God, we're all gonna
seemingly
die.
looking directly at you.
Rock, eat it.
Do you say that?
Yes.
Oh no.
He's gonna go bite it.
Well, I'm not gonna roll diplomacy or anything. I'm just suggesting it.
Also inside the box is a jar of exceptionally angry bees.
Oh no.
Go
Not the bee!
Bees!
That's the whole description of the item.
Definitely not bees.
Who would send this? And why?
Don't know.
Is there nothing else? No note?
Nope.
So just
That's all there is,
So-
aside from some shredded paper used as packing material.
So
Are the bees alive?
Oh,
They're angry as hell.
They have to be alive.
So
Are
it's a
there
creepy
air
doll
in
and
this
a
jar?
jar of bees.
I don't
Can
know.
we
They
put the
could be
doll
angry
in the jar?
undead bees.
Put it on the scale.
Oh God.
Fucking sure.
Bad idea of the day
No.
one.
Rock, eat it fast.
Also, you take a bite into the haunted doll, but it seems impervious to all of your toothly damage.
Can I use it as a chew toy?
That'd be
The
ideal.
ultimate chew toy. It
Give me
can't be
give me a
damaged.
wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
In the castle
In the tower.
tower.
Oh,
Either he rolled really well or really bad.
I know. I'm not sure how to interpret that noise. Come on,
You
new chew
feel-
toy.
as you take a third kind of gnaw into it, you feel someone behind you.
Oh,
But you look and
got
you
possessed.
don't see anybody.
Cursed.
Turning back, you see that the doll is in the box and out of your hands.
I'm gonna glare at the doll. Can I do an intimidate check on the doll?
You can try.
Rock, if I can't eat it, I'll glare at it.
Yep.
It seems somewhat pacified, as
Interesting.
far as you can tell.
Victory.
However, when you were gnawing on it, you did taste a bit of magic.
Hmm.
Just that faint sort of fizzly feel.
Like ozone.
Ozone and like kind of like the fizzy feeling of soda.
Can I do an arcana check on that taste?
It's probably magic.
You tasted that dank magic.
So it's magically delicious.
So, do we think this doll has any sentience at all?
I walk up and say, "Hello, doll."
You don't get a response.
Alright, I'm gonna do something.
Okay.
I'm going to cast suggestion on the doll.
Okay, before we proceed, how about we have Cobalt Ritual cast Identify on it?
Identify.
Identify?
Yes. On,
Alright.
and for the hell of it,
Alright,
since,
cool.
I mean, you can do it while you're just sitting in the cart and we're driving along, I mean, you can
Yeah, we can
just
do
do
that.
it on both, because why not?
Sure. I'll do it on the bees first.
All right.
Okay. Bees.
You continue traveling. It's about here, let me set the date because I can do that now. You continue to travel. It's about
Oh, it's been 3 days.
11 o'clock at night. And you do your ritual casting and various other things, messing around with the trinkets that you already have, just watching for danger. You find out that the jar of bees is not very magical. The jar does sustain the bees, but other than that, it's only slightly more durable than regular glass.
You should put the
the bee-
slime in there.
The bees are not magical. They are just perpetually angry.
I'd say there's some magic in that.
Rather mean looking. What?
I'd say there's some magic in being perpetually angry.
I would too if I was in a glass jar.
My question is, how are we telling that they're angry?
Probably
They're
'cause
angrily buzzing.
They holding up
Every
picket
so
signs?
often, they grab onto the side and stare at you with malice and hatred.
Can't
How
the
do
druid
you
talk to them?
These are very smart bees.
Fine, I
certainly
suppose
try.
I will do so.
Do your druid thing.
Let's see. One of these nights I will prepare, and then the next day ritual cast speak with animals, or whatever it's
Okay.
called.
While Cobalt works on the doll.
So probably the next day.
Yeah.
Okay. The doll is quite magical.
Of course.
And you learn that when whoever is attuned to this doll fails a third death saving throw, the doll will die in place of its owner.
Ooh.
That's a little morbid.
That's
Anything
convenient.
else?
I'm glad I didn't cast that then. I was gonna tell that thing to go away.
I mean, you certainly could have.
I could have, but luckily, people stopped me.
Remember to click the little ID thing.
So the thing will die instead of you.
Let's give it to Rock. I bet he's already attuned with it.
How does the doll feel about that?
I
I
bet
don't
it
know.
feels chewed upon.
I mean, Rock has a very low chance of being hit now.
Yes, but you're also on the front lines, always.
True.
I believe he was the
I
first
agree.
one.
I give it to our front man.
Landscape.
What do you say?
I said I'd give it to the front man.
Well, to be
Literally
fair, I
our
run
own-
into the front line too.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't have a huge pillow of health every time he transforms like you do.
I know.
Uh,
I have no real opinion on where it goes. I just
I mean, I'll take it.
Considering Rockruff is the only person who actually does upfront melee combat all the time,
but we still
besides Zim,
have
but Zim is a special exception.
a lot of people that wind up
True, Rock is
Like-
one of the last to go down.
last time we had Digi, who was to say that he was struggling is putting it lightly.
Yeah, but was he the first person to start struggling?
Yes.
Yes.
I think Rock
That was an
was the
actual
last
question,
person to
Craven
go
remembers.
down, maybe.
I think I may was the last. or
No,
like,
I was the last person to go down.
Yeah, I was
I-
like either the second or third. I was up there.
I was the very last to go down.
But it took 5 guys to take me out, so.
But if Digi or Sully didn't happen to have his healing spells, it would have just been he would not have really survived at
Endured.
all.
We can always just put it in the chest and then figure it out later.
Well, the problem is that you have to attune to it, which takes like
Yeah.
an hour, I think.
Yeah,
short
we don't
rest.
need to attune to it immediately.
Takes a half an hour.
Half hour.
Yep, short rest.
I thought it was usually an hour.
A short
It
rest
takes a
is
short
an hour,
rest, which is
technically.
a half hour.
Yeah,
to
a
an
short
hour.
rest is an hour.
I could.
I
take
mean,
till-
Dova can change that. I changed it to only like 10 minutes for my group, but typically it's an hour. But hello.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I suppose it is a good idea to have the healer have the death prevention.
The primary
True.
healer is me.
Then take
No, I think at this point the primary healer is the bard, because you wild shape when you usually go in combat.
you have other things to do.
Oh, okay. I mean, if you want to be the primary healer, only problem is, didn't you get rid of the cure wounds? in favor of
Yeah,
healing word.
word.
Hmm.
Okay, how about this? Zim, if you want to be the dedicated healer, you're going to have to actually heal instead of wild shaping.
I do heal a lot. I have no opinion on this. I'm just saying what's going. I'm just saying how these things are here.
Generally, you give it to the tank or the healer, just in case, for that last minute of uh-oh, something goes wrong. But, I mean, I don't really care either way.
I haven't much opinion. I just know that I'm a little squishy.
I think that
Well,
the
here's the
last
thing.
combat was the first time Sully's ever actually healed. Before that,
was
it's
the
always
first
been
time
me.
Thing.
That was the first
Here's the
time
thing.
I've needed to heal.
This doesn't get someone back up after they go down. It gets them up at, like, it keeps them from dying. And I honestly think that since we don't have any resurrection spells yet, I think it should go to the person who's doing the most combat.
Rock.
And I still think that Rock, even though, yes, he has a high AC, yes, he has a large hit pool, but he's still going to be doing more combat than the rest of us. But the thing is, like, no matter who we give this thing to, there's always going to be like, oh, well, we should have given it to this person. But that's hindsight. All we can do right now is give it to the person who we think might need it the most, who we think might need it more often.
Once you attune to something, can you unattuned, or is that it?
Of course
You
you
can
You can
unattune.
attune to it.
There's no permanent attunement.
Oh, and you can only be attuned to 3 items at a time.
Yes, that's bullshit.
But not everything requires attunement.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Hello?
Cobalt?
Sorry, my connection's dipping in and out ever so slightly.
Ah.
Like, it'll be fine for a little while, and then all of a sudden it'll stop for just a second. It's
Hey, thank you, Momo, for the follow. I don't know why
cool.
my
So what we doing?
notifications aren't working, but thank you. I give it
Hell
to
yeah.
Rock.
Alright. Rock, you now have the doll.
Oh, awesome.
Here, Rock, it's like you have magic.
You know, I have all these food things and a doll now. I need a little house and I need a little princess.
If you dress it up and treat it nicely, maybe it'll look a little better. Or just chew it.
This doll knows what it's used for.
Play with your doll, Rock.
Hey, everyone wants something to cuddle with at night. Rockford doesn't have anything yet, I don't think.
Other than a sack of oats.
Well, yeah, but that only lasts for so long.
Did you take that with you? Sack
Yeah.
of oats?
Yeah, I did.
Of course he did. Of course. It was a very significant thing.
He sleeps in the sack of oats.
Maybe I should tie the end shut. But he'll just tear out, and then we'll lose a perfectly good bag.
You'll be paying for a new bag.
Oh, sure, here's 5 copper.
No, he wants a premium bag. 10 copper.
I'll see if I can steal one.
There we go.
Haunted doll. Awesome.
Not
I bet
creepy at
it's
all.
one of those creepy Japanese dolls that's just pale.
I don't know if we're thinking of the same Japanese doll.
For some reason, like, The Grudge just comes to mind.
Exactly
And
like the
suggests
Grudge.
a Persona 3 homunculus.
Ooh. Yes, that works. The doll sacrificed itself for you. Not that you asked.
I'm gonna attune to this thing.
All right.
Do it.
Alright, so we're just traveling along?
Yeah.
You'll look good with my bag of teeth.
When you go to sleep in the morning, because you sleep during the day and travel during the night.
It moved, didn't it?
It's not what I'm saying at all.
It gave him horrible nightmares.
No?
You mean his normal dreams?
It gave him
Darkness.
pleasant dreams.
In the darkness of the oat sack.
Oh,
That's what you sleep in now.
Yep.
Everything muffled, a faint breeze blowing through the trees. You hear a quiet voice. I don't like having company.
oh God.
And you hear a deeper, slower voice, almost responding. Neither do I.
What was the first thing that said? I missed it.
It doesn't like company, and the second voice says, neither do I. For a quick summary.
I'm gonna say in Draconic. Well, look, we're all in agreement.
As you all, whoever's awake at the watch at the moment, we'll say Cobalt, you're awake during this watch. As you hear Rock just say in Draconic what he just said. With no outside prompting, of course. Connection's bad, Cobalt.
And he's gone.
You hear what I said last?
Repeat that.
What?
Repeat that, because my mic, my thing stopped working.
Okay.
I heard you say in Rockford sleep. You hear him say, and then I got nothing after that.
You hear him say, well, we're both in agreement then. Or we're all in agreement then.
I give him
In
a pat on the
Draconic.
head.
In the oat sack?
Yes.
Alright. You feel something pat your head, Rock.
Good
I'm not gonna stir too much. I'm just kind of look up, just kind of tilt my head to the side, and just kind of go back down.
You really don't care.
No. He sees some shit. This is not phasing him at all.
Stop waking me up, jeez. Stop waking
Can I do a perception check to figure out where it's coming from?
Roll in the tower. They both seem to be coming from all around you, sort of inside your head.
Omnipotent.
But you feel that it's definitely coming from close to you. Like on your possession. Or on your person or in your possession.
How many cursed things do we have exactly?
I've got 2 of them. 3 of them actually now. Because apparently I attract this stuff.
You had that ring.
Beautiful suicide sword.
I have the ring, the suicide sword, and now the creepy doll.
You should put the ring on the doll.
I think we removed curse on the ring, but I think that's just to get it off my finger before I lopped it off. Yeah.
I believe that's correct.
You remember that voice from the ring was different, though.
Yeah. Can I do like an Arcana check, even though I'm real bad at it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I remember when
What are you trying to find out?
You were
With the mind flare? Yeah.
Good.
I just want to see if I have a general idea of I can do like process of elimination. since I've had a couple cursed things now.
Well, since it's sort of vaguely feminine in appearance, you think that the more feminine voice belongs to the doll. The almost heavy, slow, masculine one, you feel you may have an idea.
I'm gonna look at the doll and then Draconic, and I'm gonna say bigger things have tried to scare me and roll an intimidate check.
Go ahead.
I thought you were just gonna tell it to go to bed.
Doesn't seem to respond.
That's what I thought, and I'm just gonna go back to bed.
Alright. The rest of the night goes fairly uneventfully, and you all wake up the next morning, still hearing the faint, angry buzzing of bees coming from the cart.
Kobold, put your slime in there, please. It'll eat them, I think.
I feel like this is a terrible, terrible idea.
No, it'd be a terrible idea to put the slime and the bees on the scale.
Oh, I thought that's what he said.
No, put the slime in the jars with the bees.
Oh, that's a fantastic idea. Alright, Dova. You ready for this?
I have possession of the jar.
I conjure a jar of vapor bees. No, I can't do that.
I will cast my speak with animals.
Right, that's happening.
You tap
probably
into
gonna
your
regret
natural
this.
magics and sort of focus your attention to the multitude of beings in the jar. Can you give me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh god.
Oh.
Oh no.
You didn't
Yes.
open it, did you?
You are almost thrown backward by the volume of screaming coming from the jar. This isn't a painful screaming, more of a rage-fueled screech, sort of. Kind of like a re. Like just one long, continuous re perpetuated by a crowd of people numbering in the thousands.
Booty.
How big is this jar, and do they have any room to fly around?
Ah,
It looks like they have plenty of room.
you
But
said
you notice that-
thousands.
You said
Yeah,
thousands. I don't think thousands of bees can fit in what anyone would consider a jar.
I know,
At least not one that can be carried easily.
I know.
It's a jar of holding.
We need another holding item.
Victory rage screech.
No, this is pure rage.
No, that comes from Shock Dragon in the Twitch.
Oh.
We have viewers, guys.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
How many?
Currently 5.
That's a lot for us.
They're talking too, guys.
Jeez, really? That's new.
And
Well,
suggests that they are
too far.
bees with telepathic stingers.
Psychic.
I don't think I'm
bees.
willing to test that.
So, Eric's, how about you talk to the bees?
Not the bees.
Yes, the bees.
I kind of have an idea of what we can do here.
Proceed.
We can put the jar in my bag of colding, and it'll like kind of bring the temperature down of the jar, and all the bees will like it'll sedate them, and then we can open the jar and put the slime in if you want.
Objections to this plan?
I support this idea.
Because I just want to get past this jar of bees. Alright? We all good with that?
I'm tying the doll to my belt, so I'm
Alright,
occupied.
I take the jar and I put it in my bag of colding.
All right, it fits inside. You close the top to, keep some of the heat in. From what you can feel inside and what you can hear out the top, it doesn't seem to be actually changing much.
Well, give it time.
Yeah, to leave it there for a little bit.
Fair enough. All right. What's everybody else doing? Sully, Cobalt, and Eric's.
Restringing my loot and cleaning my gear, I suppose.
All
Just
right.
riding along, reading random books from the stash of books we have.
Since I had apparently forgotten about my spell and the huge chest that's sitting in the cart right now, I'm gonna cast Leoman's Secret Chest.
All right. Could you post that just so I can get a refresher on what that actually does?
Yes.
It's screaming.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, background noise.
The bees.
There are many children at this family reunion.
So, guys, I've heard about this great idea we should do. So, I have access to a spell, as of now, that is called Conjure... Oh, what was it? Let me pull it up real quick. Conjure Woodland Beings. This spell will allow me to summon 8 pixies. Each of those pixies have access to the
Third level
polymorph spell. So what we could do is I can cast that, and it has been confirmed by the makers of D&D, that I can maintain the concentration on the Conjure Woodland Beings. They can maintain their concentration on Polymorph, and they can turn all of us into giant T-Rexes.
Temporarily.
Temporarily, of course. But just for combat,
Also, polymorph is not. If I'm correct, polymorph isn't the same as wild shape. We probably lose our intelligence modifier as well.
We would, but that's why we just go into the middle of a group of enemies, have this happen, the pixies fly up out of our reach, and
we're gonna fight each other.
T-Rexes are very territorial.
Lizard, essentially, because his intelligence, I don't think, can get too much lower.
No, it's basically we can't really control ourselves, so it's up to the DM what happens.
You're right.
Rock doesn't really control himself, so he'll be the same.
But the thing there is that most likely the enemies would still be attacking us, so we would fight back against those enemies. We spread out a bit, give ourselves some space between. The enemies attack the T-Rexes, we attack back, and then once everything is dead, or if things get too bad, the pixies just drop concentration.
I am all for this idea.
Think of it this way. Since Dova is in control of us and in control of the enemy, how do you think he would react to us trying to cheese the situation? What's to keep him from saying that all the enemies run away and we start fighting each other?
But if they start running away, then again, if we start attacking each other, the pixies drop the polymorph.
Also,
I just think it's a bad idea. But whatever, I can be outvoted.
Gets attacked, there's a chance he'll lose his concentration, lose the pixies, lose the polymorph.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
so fail safe.
There's really no real way that this could go wrong for us. At least not too terribly wrong.
Famous last words.
Is that what you want on your epitaph?
Eric's, I am even less enthusiastic about this plan now that you've said that.
Well, this was a good idea. Reading on your tombstone.
Oh god.
There isn't really anything bad that can happen to us. Quote Eric's 2017.
Here,
No,
hold my beer.
No. It's not 2017. It's 1512. Get it right.
Okay, hold my ale.
Anyways, you continue on your travels, doing various things such as messing with the bees, the polymorph, that sort of thing. And Riku, I'm guessing at some point you would check up on the bees.
Yeah, I'm listening to see if the buzzing is subsiding or if they're getting slower. Like I just peek into the bag and look.
They're still going. About just as strong as when you first encountered the jar. In fact, reaching in and touching the jar, it seems to be somewhat warm compared to the bag.
Did anyone do an Arcana check on the bees?
Yeah, we found they weren't magical.
The jar was found to be able to sustain the bees almost indefinitely, as long as they were inside the jar.
More like it.
What?
Sustain the bees' anger more like it.
It does a
That too.
lot of things.
Yeah.
So hey, now that I cast this thing, I'm like, hey guys, we should put some important stuff in here because I can recall it when we need it from anywhere. I do a really poor job of explaining what it does, but I basically explain what it does.
Can I put rocks in there for later use?
I mean, rocks will fit.
Can we just kill these bees?
Yes.
Let's put the bees in the chest. That way we won't have to hear them buzzing.
Like, why are we
There's an
putting
idea.
so much attention to the bees?
Because we got nothing else to do while we're traveling along.
Okay,
Oh,
so
idea.
we're traveling
Road.
along the
Yeah.
river, right?
No, the road.
The road. Is
We
there a
haven't-
river?
We haven't made our way to Daggerford yet.
Oh, okay.
There is winding water. I think that says water. It's kind of blurry. That does intersect with our road, but
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Let's throw these at people. I bet the jar will break if we throw it hard enough.
we can save it for a later combat.
Alright, just put it in the chest. Let's try to just get to doing something.
We are!
I mean, we're cutting
We
it
should
short
probably-
early today. Let's do something.
We should put some emergency supplies in in Leonard's chest, like weapons and stuff. Does anyone have any extra weapons they need stored?
I'll throw my spare short bow in there.
I have extra weapons, but I have them on me.
Any arrows?
Yeah, and my regular quiver full of arrows.
Alright.
You're not
I'm
gonna
gonna put my
put
spellbook
your,
in there.
You're not gonna put any baguettes in there?
The baguettes stay with me.
And, Cobalt, keep track of this in your inventory since it's your spell.
Alright, so what am I adding? Okay, I have spare shot now.
How many arrows?
Quiver, let's just say full. A quiver of 20 arrows.
Okay. What else?
I heard rocks at some point.
Yep. Levels for magic stone.
You magic firestone?
Firestone.
Nope, just for my cantrip.
Alright.
Firestone.
The the small stone you have that produces a perpetual flame. Or not perpetual flame, but warms whatever is kept above. Sort of a camp stove sort of thing.
So warmstone.
Firestone.
Warmstone. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Anything else? Anyone else have? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put my staff in there. My extra staff.
I can transform, so I've got my weapons on me. Yeah, I guess I'll put my spear and just my spear in there because I don't really use it much. Actually, I don't think I've
It's
ever
always
used
good to
it.
have it. It's always good to have a backup weapon. Alright, is that all?
Sure.
Yeah.
Alright, and yes, I'm putting my spellbook in there too.
Okay.
I guess that's it. And then I'll send it to the ether.
Alright. You close up the chest, do up the latches on the front, and wave your hands briefly in a magical gesture. And it's gone. Alright,
Alright, cool.
you have these small chests with you.
Yes, I'm gonna tie it on a string and put it around my neck.
Okay, you do so. You put a small piece of twine through through two of the minuscule handles, and yeah, tie it around your neck. It is decently heavy, as it's pretty dense, but bearable.
Yes. Alright, and I guess I'll use the remaining time to practice throwing my bladed jack of hearts.
Doing what?
Practice throwing my bladed jack of hearts.
Alright. Give me a ranged attack. Without proficiency.
A dex check.
Yeah. You think that you're getting the hang of this. It's all in the wrist, it looks like.
Sweet.
And there's a certain sort of a procedure to holding it and avoiding getting yourself cut.
Alright, what else is everyone doing?
Sorry?
What's everyone else doing?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just reading
Not a
books.
whole lot. I suppose I'll be practicing my routines and pondering if there's anyone to entertain in the city.
We're not in the
Probably
city.
When we get to the city.
Oh.
I'm gonna cut off about a foot of my hempen rope, and then I'm going to separate them into like different strings, the strands, and
Okay.
I'm gonna braid them, and I'm gonna make a grip on my new bow to cover up the engraving from that shop.
That's just mean. But alright, you do
That
so.
was the plan.
Give me a dexterity check.
Rude?
Actually, no, give me a survival check.
Survival check.
Just for general quality of your makeshift grip. It's pretty solid. You feel that it'll stay on, but there's some places where it's lacking due to the material you used. For example, it's not very waterproof, so you think it'll get kind of uncomfortable when it gets wet.
Okay.
Other than that, it covers up the engravings and looks pretty cool.
I wanted to use sleight of hand on that. Just dexterity. It's working with my hands.
That's true, but it is working with and crafting stuff, which is generally more of a survival skill. What's your modifier for sleight of hand, though?
Sleight of hand modifier is 11.
Ooh. We'll say you got a 15 on that instead.
Okay.
So noticeably higher quality than what I said before, but still, it'll probably get a bit uncomfortable when it gets wet.
Alright.
Alright?
Cool.
After 2 days, you finally see the small city of Daggerford over the horizon. At the horizon, not over the horizon. And surrounding the city, you start to encounter small hamlets, farms, various houses that are outside the city walls. The walls themselves are not very tall and are made of what looks to be some brown stone of some sort. There are no guards at the gates, but you do see two of them sitting in a watchtower. They see you coming, and you can see one of them speaking into what looks to be an engraved stone of sorts. After a few moments, give me a perception check. In the tower, please, everyone.
What check was that?
Perception.
My favorite. Oh, I did something dumb. Hold up.
Oh. It's like, who is Kale?
You forgot who Kale is?
For a brief moment, yes. Raku and Rock.
World lowest.
You hear a very quiet voice speaking from the stone. It says something about kobolds being allowed into the city or not. You're not able to tell exactly if they are allowed into the town, but the guards don't seem to stop you as you continue through the gates.
I'm gonna frown.
I'm just gonna think about it.
Alright. But yeah.
I am going to conjure a mask, a human face, and put it on, and look at them,
A map?
and like just kind of smile.
A mask.
What's the mask of?
A generic human face with no expression.
Eric's is going to enjoy the smell of bacon coming from Raku.
What?
Bacon.
It's a joke about him having to think about stuff.
Whoa. I don't think that was a very good joke. I couldn't think of a pun to respond to that, so shit.
So what's up? What's happening now?
Bodyguard.
You don't seem to get a response out of that. He stares at you for a moment, shaking his head, then looks back out towards the horizon.
Sorry, Kobold. Looks like they're not having your nonsense today.
I walk on and just kind of dispel it when afterwards.
Walking down the street, everybody currently about their business as it's near morning time. Perhaps 7 o'clock in the morning. Quite a lot of people stare at you, and the street gets noticeably quieter as your cart rolls through. Seems that kobolds are definitely very, very rare around here. and it's very likely that people have only heard about them.
I'm gonna keep an eye out
shelter.
for any Zentarum, signs of a Zentarum presence.
Okay.
They're pretty well spread out, so I'm sure I'll find something, but I just wanna look for it.
I'll just idly perform as our wagon goes through the city.
What kind of music?
I suppose a rather...
Dark and foreboding.
You sure about that?
Don't do dark and foreboding.
I don't suppose there is a popular tune around the land.
The Imperial March.
The Song of the Dragonborn.
I just want to be free by Icelandic pop sensation Baba.
What? Hey,
I made something up. God dang it.
As we're rolling through, I want to check and see if I can find any thieves' cant, just as we're looking around.
Okay. For Eric's and Raku, give me. I can never decide whether these are investigation or perception. We'll go with perception since you're not going to be leaving the cart.
Okay.
Alright, how about this? Perception is noticing things, investigation is actively searching for something.
Aha, I found something.
Can Kale help me?
Yeah. That is true, Cobalt, but
Yeah.
Oh, that would. Yeah, it would be investigation.
I'll just leave this. If I'm not leaving the wagon or doing anything, I'll just play my lute.
Let me hear this.
It's when you look around for clues and make deductions based on those clues.
Okay. Yeah, that would be investigation then. But even with that perception you roll, you would see small signs of sort of dubious intent.
Alright.
From what you can see, not much in this town is worth taking, aside from various the general store and a jewelry shop, sort of a clothing shop and a jewelry shop combined. But it's also indicated that it's fairly well guarded.
Should I roll performance to see if a crowd gathers?
Sure. In the tower, please.
In the tower.
And suddenly we are chased out of town.
You belt out a pretty nice performance. It's a sort of slow, methodical tune that continues on and on and on. And it fades into the background noise of the city quite nicely. You feel quite a bit more attention on you, but in a good way. What were you going to say?
If I had a hat, I'd take it off with a flourish and bow and say, "Behold the cobalt."
You get a very scattered round of applause.
Thank you, thank you. I may be here for a while longer.
All right. Is there anything that anybody wants to do in the small town of Daggerford?
Well, I suppose I'll inspect the shops.
Did I
Alright.
see anything as far as Zentarum goes?
Not really. There doesn't seem to be much of a Zentarum presence in this town whatsoever.
So, what are the shops this place has, besides jewelry?
There is a blacksmithery, of course. And actually, looking around more, there's 2 jewelry shops. Again, 2 apparel and jewelry shops, seemingly heavily competitive as they're literally right across the street from each other. One of them is called Farrell's Fine Jewels and Apparel, and the other is called Corbus's Jewels and Fine Ornaments.
Anything else? But I'm taking note of these jewelry shops.
There's a few inns and taverns, as well as a small tower
A tower, you
sitting
say?
just at the outskirts of the city within the walls.
Interesting. Anyone else?
That's really about it in the town. There's a small general store, of course, for
Your
various
purchasing needs.
various traveling needs, rations, various supplies, farming equipment, and it's as well as that. It seems to be where you can buy various foodstuffs from different areas, such as preserved meats, bags of grain, stuff of that sort.
I'll take a peek in these shops. Are female? Hey, I'm a bard.
um, Farrell of Farrell's Fine Jewels and Apparel is indeed a female half elf. You can't really tell what age, but she seems to be an adult.
Elves have a longer lifespan, so it's hard to tell anyway.
Yeah.
Anyone
Alright.
else want to do something before I do my own thing?
There are 3 inns in the town, Eric's. Or 3 sort of inns and or taverns. The Dragonback Inn, the Happy Cow, and the River Shining Tavern.
I'm gonna look for one that looks to be, high quality.
Okay. Mm, the better tavern among them seems to be the River Shining Tavern.
Alright, I'll head there.
It is an incredibly old looking building. However, it looks very, very solid, with a fine ornamenting comparative to the rest of the town. Um, the tavern keeper is a rather short dwarf with red beard and long hair. He greets you in with a very wary eye and asks for what you want.
Well, this is an inn, isn't it?
Well, yes.
I'd like a room. Actually, probably 3 rooms.
3 rooms. He looks back onto a board with sets of keys on it, and he picks out 3 almost at random. And he says to you, "It'll be 5 gold for each room."
Oh, come now. Surely we can, surely we can come to a slightly better arrangement. I mean, we do have a bard with us that could assist with entertaining your patrons.
5 gold and the meal's free if the bard does well.
Fair enough.
Alright, so 15 gold you place on the counter. He hastily sweeps it aside into a strongbox, then places 3 keys on the table, each labeled with a very different room number.
Sully will be mock offended when he figures out he's been sold for services.
Hey, if we're gonna have a bard coming with us, and if you're gonna ride on my cart, you're gonna earn your keep.
Oh, your card.
Well, I was the one who bought it
Hmm.
and made it really comfy and everything. Mostly because I have nothing else to spend my money on.
Hmm.
But
Give your money to the child. He always wants more.
I know. Anyways,
Yeah.
Anyone else?
I'm gonna settle down in the corner somewhere and wait for others to wander in.
All right.
I would have
It's
relayed
still-
that.
It's sort of late morning, about 10:30. So not very many people are in here aside from travelers who had spent the night and are now on their way out, getting a light breakfast from the from one half of the bar. The other half seems to be designated for actual drinking. The decorations inside include various small trinkets in display cases, such as a broadsword that seems to have broken, a few beastly skulls, and a painting of an orc. An incredibly ugly orc, wearing a very, very expensive dress.
I'm gonna pull out some of my books and read them.
Alright.
I think so far I probably would have gotten through the 2 books on aqueducts, and now I'm working through the 14 books on engineering.
Fair enough.
I don't think
the first book on engineering is about framing and the act of building a house.
that is useful.
Mm-hmm. Give me a performance check, Sully.
Oh, I was like, why am I giving you a performance check?
Already? Let's see. Oh wait, nope, that's persuasion. Performance. In the tower?
Yes. That's a nat 20, my boy.
Oh boy. We get free rooms. That or
As
I'm making
word
dollars.
spreads for a small while that a prodigy is playing inside the tavern,
Oh,
you
fudge.
gain a decent amount of the town, just kind of flooding in.
I get the town.
Not the whole town, but quite a lot of people who have been dragged in by people who have seen you, then run out. You gain quite a bit of gold from this, both in tips and from a refund of your rooms, going directly to you, Sully, as it is now quite busy inside here.
This works for me.
You, in particular, Sully, you get 220 gold pieces.
Very nice.
You also get
I also get.
a handkerchief from one of the more noble-looking women of the town.
Oh, forget the jewel lady. I will take note of her.
All right. A name is written on it.
Should I add this to my inventory?
Yes.
Alright.
Write it down as the handkerchief of Eleanor Whitestead from Daggerford. I'm guessing
Eleanor. Who?
Whitestead. Stead.
Okay. Of Daggerfall.
Daggerford.
Oh, Dagger.
This is not Daggerfall. We're not Ashlanders here. I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of Morrowind.
Handkerchief of Eleanor Whitestead of Daggerford.
Alright.
I may have to ask around about her.
You finish up your performance, and you're feeling very thoroughly tired by now, all of you. So I assume you would head up to your rooms to get some rest.
You are correct.
Alright?
I don't know. I may sleep in her room tonight. I may sleep.
You know what? Are you going to go talk to her?
I will.
Can you give me 2 charisma checks?
Yes. In the tower.
Yes.
That's in that one, isn't it?
No, give me another. Alright. Now you just rolled a nat 20 and a 19.
Whoa.
my
I
god.
I am getting so much tonight.
Oh,
Don't spend it all in one place.
Oh my god.
Oh, we won't be seeing Sully for a while.
oh. Alright, you
There
don't
is
know what I'm
one
doing.
more roll I need you to make.
Excuse me, I'm getting married.
Make a constitution check.
Oh no.
I was thinking-
I
What?
like it.
Make that, and then we're gonna make one more check after that.
A constitution what?
Constitution check, yeah.
Okay.
Oh no.
She invites you to a basement. Don't go
Oh
in the
my
hole.
god!
Is that a 20?
You rolled
That's a
another
nat
20.
20.
Dova,
Oh.
please remember that this is PG.
I perfectly know.
I curl
I'm
her
perfectly
toe.
aware.
Wink, wink.
You go to her house. She owns she doesn't own, but she lives on a farm with her father and her brother. And you manage to befriend them before retiring for the night. And I believe you know what that constitution check was for.
A natural 20.
Yes. God damn.
This is fantastic.
You rolled
So
3
I'm so glad
natural
you let him.
20s.
I'm so glad you let him do this.
Excuse me, I'm living up to my heritage.
He is living up to his
To his teachings
expectation.
as a bard.
Exactly.
Oh. this
Alright,
will be a
so
story to
who's
tell.
sleeping in Sully's room? Or no, not in Sully. Sorry, no, we already know that.
Well.
Who's in the same room as Rock?
Cobalt.
All right.
Well, we got 3 rooms.
We only need 2 now.
Kind
of
of
them
figured
didn't
one
end up
person
being
would be in one, the other 2 would be 2.
Cobalt doesn't like sleeping alone.
That works.
I'm gonna stay with Sully.
Sully, I don't
Sully's
think...
off. Yeah.
I'm busy.
I can wait.
You just wait outside her house.
He's tapping his foot, looking at his wallet, looking at his pocket watch.
Gosh,
While
what's
no,
taking so long?
while they're talking, I'll seductively take the baguette out of my quiver and then put it back.
You know, roll charisma for that. Seduce your brat.
Are you... She's probably got guards that you're kind of currently seducing, I guess.
With your
Yeah,
bread.
you're kind of just doing this in front of the like the manservant of the house.
Why did you follow me?
Oh, I missed what happened. I was in the store with you.
No, no.
Okay,
Sully.
A quick recap. Sully came back to the tavern.
Oh,
He,
okay.
Like a god.
he got a perfect performance, drew in a bunch of people, received a favor from a lady, a noble in the area, and proceeded to seduce her very well, which has resulted in
An empty room that we bought.
a
Okay.
performance of legendary proportions.
Alright, well, I guess I'm just gonna go to the empty room then.
They went and christened the bedchamber textiles
Yes.
very thoroughly.
I never heard it.
Reputation.
You said it was PG. I wasn't gonna go that far.
I was about to say, so far Eric's has said the most.
Right? I was just gonna say fade to black, but you took it too far. Wow, man.
Yeah, Eric, man, he's a hypocrite, man.
All right.
Man, do I get like bonus?
Hey guys, no one gets to do this awesome thing except
my
for me,
reputation.
and I'm gonna do it a lot.
I was just saying, you can explain a bit, just don't
Not
go
crap,
into too
Eric.
much detail. Saying it happened is okay, however you choose to do so. Just
Jeez, I feel like I should level up.
We'll consider that later.
yes,
anyways.
and Raku was about to follow Sully to the
No,
No,
I
he's
just
in
went to the
empty
hotel.
room.
Yeah.
the inn.
Yes.
Cobalt.
Yes.
During the night or day, really, you hear a very faint mumbling sound. Not really mumbling, sort of a whispering. You don't seem to understand what it says, but it seems to be coming from Rock. Rock, you're too much of a heavy sleeper to really hear this.
Yep.
He's okay. So wait, coming from Rock himself, not to, like,
Somewhere
his bag
in
or
his.
anything.
Where do you keep your bag, Rock?
How big are these bags? Because I assume I always picture him he's just sleeping with it.
It's sort of like
large
a
school backpack.
or like a rucksack.
Yeah, he'd have it in his with his bag of oats.
I always assume that even when we stay in an inn, Rock just puts the bag of oats onto the bed and sleeps in that on the bed.
Or under the
That's
bed.
just my idea, though.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
You can't really tell if it's coming from him or from his bag because they're pretty much
Alright,
in
well,
the same
because
spot.
I am smart, I'm going to ritual cast detect magic first of all.
All right.
And once that's done, I'm guessing I can see the magical aura of the doll.
Yeah.
I'm going to use Mage Hand to lift it out of the bag.
To pick the doll up.
Yeah, and take it out and bring it to me.
All right. As soon as the mage hand is within sort of viewing distance of the doll, the whispering seems to stop.
Wait, can it see it? Oh, 'cause
Well,
it's
sort of
invisible
within line of sight.
But there's nothing to see. It's a kind of telekinesis. Or, wait, I think it might be visible?
It is visible as a bit of sort of spectral blue light. There is a ability as arcane trickster to
Arcane
make
Trickster.
that invisible. Yes.
Alright. Well, still, I'm gonna list it out.
Mhm. It seems very quiet now. The whispering has stopped, and you feel it's sort of. It has those moving porcelain eyes that close when the doll is laying down. Except as you move the doll around, the eyes remain open.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're talking about. I'm gonna look it over for now. I'm gonna say, I know I can hear you speaking, right?
Nothing. You don't hear anything coming from it.
Okay.
It's sort of a Raggedy Ann doll. If you know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
God, I
That
have a
sort of
picture.
design. Yeah.
Hmm. I have an idea.
Share it, my man.
I'm gonna touch the chest that's tied around my neck, and call the big one.
All right.
All
It
right.
appears directly in front of you and thumps to the ground as it falls about half an inch. Rock,
All right.
rock.
I'm gonna.
At about this time, you would wake up
You would
as you
wake
hear a
up.
large thump right next to you, Rock, rock.
He
I
did
thought he was a
what?
heavy sleeper.
To a
Hold on.
point.
To a point.
Is there
He
no
is
is
kind
there
of
no
sleeping on the ground.
what's it called? Is there no Constitution check?
Well, that's within reason. If it's something like
Go ahead.
someone talking a decent distance away, then yeah, it would be a Constitution check. But something that abrupt happening right next to you would probably wake you up for a small amount of time.
What did he drop? The box?
The chest.
I
That's
summon Leo the
about
Secret
40 or
Chest.
50 pounds.
I'm gonna stick my head out of the oats. Do I see him having the doll?
You're going to open up the chest and put the doll inside, correct?
Yep.
And you're sleeping under the bed, correct?
Yes.
You would not see the doll, unfortunately, as Cobalt is sort of on. You both are on opposite sides of the room, and the chest is in between you. You would see the chest, however.
All right. So I'm gonna put it in, and I'm gonna say, I'll say maybe this will make you, whether this will make you talk or stay quiet is fine with me, and then I send it back to the hero plate.
Do I hear that?
You hear a faint whispering, Ruck Ruck. In that same voice. Don't let him touch us. And as you look down, you see that the doll is now in your hand.
Oh, in my hand?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna slink my head back into the oat sack. Like a snake backing into a container. And close the cord, you could say. And for it, and just kind of nod and go back to sleep.
All right. Well.
And Eric, go ahead with
things.
that.
Do what?
Eric, you're good to go ahead with that. Cobalt, go ahead.
Alright, so first, Cobalt's gonna tap his foot a couple. 1 second.
Yeah, that's pretty loud. What's going on? Is that a TV show?
Sounds to me
No,
like
no.
there's 12 cars outside with their alarms going off.
Yeah.
Well, we lost Cobalt.
For now.
Hey, N, you want to replace Cobalt in our group?
Ooh. You can't just say that.
I can jokingly.
Baha.
Maha! Maha! Maha!
Yes, indeed.
Alright, sorry about that. That should be better.
No problem.
What was so funny?
Nothing.
Alright, well, first of all, my cousin was playing Grand Theft Auto in the big theater room.
You have a big
Anyway.
theater room?
Yeah, what?
Yeah, I said I'm staying. Didn't I mention I was staying in a mansion for the week?
Oh,
No!
No.
Oh, well, I'm at a family reunion. We're staying in a mansion. This is the second game room I'm in, and there's a theater room attached to it.
What the fuck? man!
Nice.
Well, I did mention that it was the second game room.
Looks like two of us will be spending time in a mansion.
I guarantee you, Sully's having more fun.
Oh man, I don't know.
It's pretty cool.
Alright, so, as I was saying, first of all, Kobol's gonna tap his foot a couple times while, like, waiting for a few seconds. And he's gonna call the chest back and look at it. Look inside.
Again, you hear a meaty thump as it falls to the floor, about half an inch. Looking inside, you don't see the doll.
Alright, so, as I take out my spell book, I'm going to look at where Rocket is sleeping and see if I still see the same aura. Because detect magic either lasts for a minute or 10 minutes. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's 10. But either way, it'd still be active.
Let's say, yeah, you do see that same aura that the doll was emitting.
Alright, I'm going to write this note down in my sketchbook.
Okay.
On my spell book.
And Eleanor Whitestead is indeed human, Sully.
Ah, good to know.
Humans and draconic races, two of the most fertile races of existence. This is good. This is fine.
This is
Anyway.
fun.
Alright, I'm going to close my sketchbook, put it back, send the chest back to the ethereal plane, and say, just try to keep it down, will ya? And then I go back to sleep.
I'm gonna yell in Draconic, "Shut up!" to Cobalt and go back to sleep.
Doesn't respond.
Whereas you might expect someone to be banging on the wall for you to shut up, you don't hear anything as it's about 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah, that's the benefit of us, sleeping during the day.
You wake up the next morning. Not really morning, but late afternoon. And it is considered the 10th day of Flame Rule. But after midnight, while you guys will still be awake, it will be the first day of Flame Rule, the 11th. After a quite enjoyable day, you feel as though you should probably head back towards your compatriots, Sully.
I shall. I've had my fun.
Giving a courteous bow, Eleanor says, sorry, is it Eleanor? I've already forgotten her name.
Let me check the handkerchief.
It is Eleanor, yes.
The stained handkerchief.
Yes.
Eleanor Whitestead.
Whoa. I didn't say it was stained, man.
Well, he's got to return it now. I was like the invitation and returning it saying that he accepted it.
No. It's a trophy of his triumph.
Well, I mean, if he wants to keep it, jeez.
She gives you a short bow, bidding farewell to you,
She wobbles a little bit.
with a wink at the end of that. Cobalt, this is PG-13. Sorry.
Hey,
PG.
I didn't say anything rude.
Fair enough.
She's tired, okay? She just woke up.
All right.
I'm a bit wobbly when I wake up.
That's fair enough.
Especially if you have a rough night.
Yeah. All right. So, what are you all doing as you're waking up?
There wasn't a lot of sleeping involved.
I'm gonna make sure my spells are prepared.
All right. Everybody else?
I'm gonna grab some food and get ready to head out.
All right. It is dinner time, and the tavern is fairly busy. You get quite a lot of concerned looks, but seeing as you're acting normal, they kind of go back into their routine.
And how about when I arrive?
When you arrive is completely different. There are cries of encore, encore, as you stroll in.
Well, if I
like-
must.
Now you had better not fail this.
You call for an encore, and you're like, well, I mean, if I have to, walks back out the door.
Excuse me, I'm going to take the bed sheets this time. The handkerchief isn't quite enough. Tell us the results, Dova. I must.
What
You
happened?
feel fatigued from all this, but despite all that, you put on a hell of a show. Not as
What
good
was-
as last night, but definitely good.
What was the result? Did I get a 10?
19
Oh,
instead of
very
a 20.
Okay, well, I mean,
But anyways, the breakfast for you guys is a rather heavy dish composed of sausage, potatoes, and gravy.
yum.
Yeah.
Tasty.
It is pretty dang good. And Sully, you actually managed to keep playing while eating bits of sausage and potatoes, like with your feet. Like holding on to a fork with your foot. You just kind of,
Awesome.
yeah.
See, this is why
Raku.
kobolds don't wear shoes.
Raku, what are you doing? You haven't said anything for a while. Raku? You there?
Oh, sorry. I'm getting used to this headset. I'm just kind of following along in the main hall, munching on my baguette, and I'll just kind of extend my arm with it, and I just dip it in like a vat of gravy that I find and take a bite.
Alright, well, you have a plate of gravy as well as...
Oh, okay. I didn't know that I had that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So as I'm eating, I'm also dipping the bread in the gravy, and I'm having a good time.
Excellent work.
You know, you could cut the side of it and just load all the gravy and sausage and potato in it.
I will take a piece of my bread and do just that.
Alright. You feel you may have revolutionized something.
Yes.
So you're not...
Dova?
Yeah?
I'm gonna take the bread, cut it in half, and put all the fillings between two slices of bread and take a bite.
That's what I just did.
Yeah, he's doing the... You're just,
wait,
you're
I
just
thought you did
copying
like a...
Sully. You're just copying Raku.
He saw
I
my...
That's plagiarism.
He saw how amazing that like the facial expression that I had, and had to try it for himself.
You feel like you're onto something.
I thought I
Yes.
did something else. Look, it's already spreading. It's already...
You gain an additional 120 gold, Sully, from various tips, and however, you don't receive any more pay from the tavern owner. Alright.
In
What are you
addition-
guys... What?
Sorry. As Cobalt watches the performance, he's going to try to imitate Sully. He thinks it's really impressive to eat like that.
Alright, could you give me a performance check, Cobalt?
Oh, I thought it would just be like dexterity or something. Oh, not just with the eating, not with the not with the music.
Oh,
As far as
I thought you were trying to copy Sully, but yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you just basically follow along with Raku and eating a sandwich, trying to copy his movements and enjoy the sandwich.
Hey, Dova.
It is quite... Yes?
Em
Oh.
wants to know what would have happened if Sully got another 20.
I don't know.
They'd give him the deed to the tavern.
No.
The key
Maybe-
of the
maybe-
city.
No. You would have got a visit from her sister, and you would have started a feud. I think that would be a much better ending.
I
Got
like
it,
that
brother.
one.
All right. You finish up your set, give a slight bow to the crowd, and you receive a hearty amount of applause. As you all finish up your meals, your drinks, and start to pack all your stuff up to continue traveling.
I don't think that. I meant the eating with the feet part. Because Cole was like, wow, oh my god, that's so impressive. That's
Oh,
what
you're copying. Okay. Yeah, give me a dexterity check with that.
That's what I thought I was going to need.
You're trying to copy
Yes.
Raku.
No, I already made the sandwich. That part's not hard.
You do the same exact thing as Sully, yeah, eating with your feet.
Yes, multitasking. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use my tail to hold the fork too.
All right. You wrap your tail around the fork, although it's quite difficult as it's not that dexterous near the tip, but you do so and start to eat with your tail. You gather quite a lot of looks, but they quickly go back to the bard.
Someday this will pay off. I promise. All right. So ready to travel?
Yeah.
All right. Erix, you said you had the silver slime thing?
No.
Is it in the trunk?
As far as I'm aware, Cobalt has it, but let me check the trunk.
How's the what?
The flask with the silver slime in it.
Oh yeah, that's still tied to my belt.
Alright. As you head out, you leave the well-maintained path, or more of a highway, and go and start moving on a much less maintained and much less traveled trail.
We went to the road less traveled.
Hey there, Chicky. Thank you for the follow.
Oh yeah.
We got all the viewers.
Heck yeah.
We have 1/1000th of the total D&D watchers right now.
Pretty good. I mean, I don't have any followers on Twitch.
Anyways.
But yes, you start to head down the road less traveled, yes.
I kind of figured that we might try and find a barge out of Daggerford and just go up the river with the cart on the barge.
It's an excellent idea. Give me an investigation check.
I just figured they would have those instead of actual paths along the river.
Mm-hmm. Erix, you do manage to find a small barge which goes upriver once every week. It travels between here and... Give me a moment.
Succumber is the next one up, then Zelbros. Loudwater's a little way... Oh wait, it looks like the river does fork to go to Loudwater. Hello?
Sorry, I'm...
Oh.
History things. Alright. You find a barge which does travel from Daggerford to Loudwater about once every week. And it turns out that the expedition has just arrived and is about to head out the following day.
Where does it go?
It goes from Daggerford to Loudwater.
Sounds good to me.
It will cost 55 gold pieces to go from here to there, and it will take about a week.
Hey, Sully, you want to help us lower that price a bit?
You say what now?
I'm asking Sully if he wants to help lower that price a bit.
It was the barge. That was the ferryman speaking.
Oh, I was talking out of character, sorry.
Okay.
Sully.
55 gold, I'm firm on that. Especially with the cart you're bringing along.
Where's Sully?
Sully!
Are you muted, my man?
No.
No, on his own.
I knew it. He went back to the girl.
Hello?
There you go.
Hello?
Hello.
There we go. Something had pressed a button that I hadn't noticed. Anyway. 55 gold? That's quite a bit much. Just for a small pack of travelers that are just riding along where you're already going.
Can you give me a persuasion check?
In the tower?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to help.
Well, that's just
Would
not
I-
the case. When I take you guys, when I take your weight on the barge, that's less weight to other paying customers. You
But
still take up space.
But we take up much less space than any other customers you're going to have around here.
I would have charged them 150.
Would you now?
Can I look around for other customers?
You do see a small caravan offloading various crates. And in fact, as you were arriving, you saw that he was talking to one of the carriage drivers, writing some stuff down on a clipboard.
How long will this trip take exactly?
1 week.
I see.
Would you like some music during this trip? We can provide that.
And
Your
55
customers
gold.
would like that.
The customers aren't coming with.
Would you
Just
like
the
some
cargo?
music?
Suppose I would.
We can keep the
50
morale
gold.
of your crew up.
Do it for 50 gold then.
You give such a low discount for such great music? I mean, we have this esteemed bard here. He's loved by the nobles.
Forgot about that. 1 sec.
You forgot that he just...
Beloved.
I forgot that would be a talking point.
At this point, he has reached celebrity levels.
At this point, he is a noble.
He's like
45
YouTube
gold.
famous.
I
You
suppose
did
we
it,
could
sir.
talk him into giving some of that back as we're on the water.
I'm not gonna give it back. No refunds.
That was out of character. Sorry.
Who is this
I'm gonna
character?
start taking everything in character if you're not careful. And what were we saying?
I'm low on
Okay.
money, so...
How much is it?
You've talked him down to 45 gold.
I'll give you 30 and the best baguette you've ever had in your life.
I'm not much into bread. 45.
Excuse me?
Guess I could. Uh-oh.
Well, it's a fine vessel.
No,
But I can't
I'm
just
working
eat it on its own.
No, What, the bread?
Yes. Garlic bread, fantastic.
But
I think
just
he's referring
Hey,
to
Nova?
the sandwich.
Hey, Dova, how much is the pearl that I have?
I think you already gave the pearl.
No,
I have a pearl in my
Cole,
inventory.
stay here. I have this baguette here that does not need any garlic. It does not need any salt or pepper, or you don't even need to have meat with it. This is filling on its own.
It's imported from Baldur's Gate.
Dova, how much is the pearl that I'm carrying?
I believe it was about 200 gold.
Alright, well.
Don't give him the pearl.
No, Cobalt, I have the gold. Don't worry about it.
Sully's got the gold.
I have.
Can we just progress?
If you got the gold, then pay for it.
I will
Fine,
give
whatever.
you 30 and this baguette, and you will love it.
Can I walk up to the guy
It's
we're
not
talking
worth
to?
15 gold.
Do you just want
Can we
30
just
and no
try-
baguette?
I'll take 45. Do you want on this barge?
35.
45.
35 and I'll stop talking to you.
Hmm.
That alone!
45, and I'll give you 10 gold if you don't say a word.
I extend my hand out to not talk to him.
He shakes your hand.
With the 35, with the 45, or no?
No, Sully can pay him. I only have 32. I gesture to Sully.
I cast silence.
I
Silence
shrug.
only affects an area, so once he leaves out of it, then he won't.
I know, but it just because.
I believe that's a 4th level spell.
Yes, it is.
You're actually casting silence.
I mean, I might as well.
Are you paying the guy or no?
Yes, I'm paying the guy. I'm taking the money out of my inventory right now. 45 gold.
He counts it out, and he seems to say something, but none of you can hear exactly what he says. He looks around for a moment and shrugs and walks off towards the barge. None of you can really hear anything right now.
Oh my
You
god.
heard this this sort of discordant strum from Sully, and then everything went quiet.
All right, let's just board.
Let's board.
All right.
Oh no, wait! Silence was a 3rd level spell.
It's level 2.
Oh, sorry. 2nd level spell.
Silence?
And yeah, it's a second level spell. And for the duration, no sound can be created within or pass through a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range.
Well, we're on the boat, so I'm thinking we're leaving it. Unless it follows him.
No.
No, it
No, it does
wouldn't.
not follow.
Thought not.
So,
Sully, know what your spell does before you cast it.
I know that it cancels all sound. I didn't look up the finer details.
I told you. Whatever.
Look,
We're on a
the
boat.
and I paid.
I said I cast it. You cast on an area, not on a person.
All right, it doesn't matter. We're gonna be on this for a week.
I'm gonna read through more of my engineering books. I will learn all the things.
So are we on the river now?
yes. After about a 3-hour period, getting more supplies on this raft, it's a flat-bottomed barge with very short railings on each side, a bunch of crates all tied down.
I assume the cart
It's
would
about
be tied down
yes,
too.
the cart is tied down as well. Donkey's been given some grains and stuff to keep him fed during the whole journey, along with some water. And the river itself is fairly wide and slow flowing, with one of those large sticks being used to propel the raft. Sometimes a pair of sails are brought up to when the winds are right, and during those times it's rather peaceful. Rock.
Yep.
The doll starts speaking to you. It seems a bit more talkative.
I thought he didn't have the doll.
I did.
I thought
I do.
that kobold took it and put it in the chest. In his chest.
And then it went back to him.
Oh, it just magically went back to him?
Yes.
He's
yes,
done
it
that
did.
before.
Oh, I missed that point. Carry on.
It
Pay attention.
starts speaking to you, and the tone of voice is strangely soothing, but the things it says are definitely not.
I'm loving this doll.
The things it says is what?
It says that the way that it says things is very, very calming, but the things that it says are not calming.
Oh, I just learned something amazing.
Oh, I love all these people. We should totally kill them.
No, it says very like various quips of the man driving the boat, bits about his life, how he is generally an unhappy man, but he puts on a facade to impress others. About how it tells of a feud between two families in Luskin, which resulted in all but 3 of the members dead or in prison. None of the stories it tells are very happy at all.
If anybody looks, he will see Rock kind of, because he has the doll tied to his band really tight, kind of absently minded petting it and just like a wide grin and his tail wagging happily as he's hearing these stories.
Brutal.
Stories.
They're the kind of stories he likes.
Every so often that darker voice, that heavier voice, will offer a few comments. It seems to be much more pessimistic than the doll.
They all die. The end.
Like saying they deserved it. Or,
Here.
it's the best outcome that could have been possible. Stuff like that.
I just realized if this doll wants like a reaction of like, oh, these are horrible stories, it is in the wrong possession of the wrong owner.
You do see the captain, yeah. It's the barge driver. And you can tell me what you're gonna do, but you can't actually say anything in character if you want that 10 gold back.
Tell me what you want to say to him.
And the deal was that Riku remained quiet. You can't just tell Sully.
He can write it on a piece of paper.
Hey Raku, do you know a message?
What?
Does Raku know the message cantrip?
I believe Riku is gone for the moment, perhaps?
Son of a bitch, I keep forgetting that this is muted. Yes, I have the message cantrip, but it has a verbal component. That's the thing.
Yes,
It's-
but the only
it's not-
person
it's-
who can hear what you say is trying to.
Is the
trying to.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but don't I Yeah, okay, so this is what I want to do.
You can, listen. You can tell us stuff, but if he hears you say something, then you don't get the money.
Yeah,
back.
that's what I was telling you guys, but I was muted. Yeah, it's mostly as long as the captain doesn't hear me, right? Otherwise, he wouldn't know that I was talking. So I want to sit somewhere like kind of at a distance from him, but looking at him and eating my baguette. And I want to cast message to him. And I'm trying to figure out what I want to say. Oh, okay. Can I change what the voice is, or is it my voice?
I believe it's going to be your voice only. Let me look that up.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to perform on the ship.
Can you give me that performance check in the tower, please, then?
Alright.
I swear if it's another 20.
I seduced the captain?
You become part owner of the vessel.
Message.
The
You hear
cargo
that,
ship-
Cobalt? Attack all the other things.
The cargo starts clapping for me. To all are concerned.
Except for Rock, because apparently he has a possessed doll that he's holding on to.
The doll claps.
It is quite a nice piece that you've kind of dug up for this occasion. Sort of a lighthearted seafaring sort of theme. Heavily reliant on large chords.
Okay, I know what I'm gonna do.
Very nice. All right.
Nice.
So I'm gonna be sitting kind of like just on a crate or something that's there within view of the captain, like plain view. And I'm gonna be eating my baguette, and I'm going to message him, and I'm gonna try to disguise my voice, talking like in a higher one, like unlike my normal voice.
Give me a stealth check.
Yeah, okay.
He is A-okay
In
with
the
that.
tower.
28 pass.
It'll pass. Give me to change your voice.
I just mean kind of talk like this, just some
Deception.
other voice. It's not that hard.
I know, but
Probably deception.
no,
Deception.
this would be what's your spell modifier?
13.
Charisma.
Wouldn't it?
Charisma for you?
Huh?
Would it be charisma for you?
Yeah.
So roll a charisma check.
Charisma check.
So, and what were you going to say to him?
I was trying to speak on behalf of the baguette. I was just gonna be like, doesn't this look so good? You just want a bite out of this. You shouldn't have yelled at me earlier. As I'm just eating the baguette. I just want to fuck with him.
Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure he's aware of the existence.
He looks at the bread, looks at you, sees that you're still chewing.
I'm not making eye contact with him.
Then he looks at his canteen and swiftly dumps it overboard. He's seemingly very, very focused on the river now.
Oh,
Come on,
poor
don't be
guy.
like that. Just
So
ask
bring
for
it.
one bite.
All that's coming to
Does not
mind is
respond.
the pedophile guy from Family Guy.
Oh, Herbert?
Herbert.
This bread
You want a
seems
popsicle?
mighty fine. You want to pop this bread in your mouth?
Not thinking of that. I'm thinking of
I'm thinking of
Roxo the clown from Metalocalypse.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
I'm thinking of Hanky, Mr. Hanky. Howdy ho! Don't you want to bite out of this
No,
bag
no.
yet?
It wasn't Mr. Hanky, but there was a different character in South Park, and that's always
Towley?
just like
Tally?
Oh, Towley, yeah.
Towley.
No. Hey y'all. You really want a piece of this bread?
Okay. Not addiction Towley. The other normal Towley.
It's both. I mean, they're both Towley.
I know, but
Sober Tally.
Don't forget
Yeah,
to bring a
so
towel.
Towley.
Yeah. That was a special government project in order to make the perfect towel that absorbs more the wetter you get. I mean, it's fucking, yeah, that's what I'm going for.
All right.
It's just this piece of bread is like begging him to come and ask for a bite of it.
So,
No.
Cobalt, during the trip, he's gonna he's gonna try to help out the crew members, but to the point where he's kind of annoying about it. But they don't want to.
Okay. There's really only one other crew member on board, kind of a burly-looking man with very short hair. He's the one
how
manning
handsome.
the large stick at the back, pushing along and steering the barge. And you try to go help him, but you can't seem to find a place where you can actually reach the stick that he's using. It's just too far up.
I'll help him do other things. I don't know.
Pagan.
Okay. When the winds are good, he does set up the sails. Do you know anything about sailing?
Not at all. But that's the fun part.
You need a dexterity check.
I would be keeping an eye as well, but not helping because I'm just observing to learn some more.
Same.
Just to throw that out there.
After watching him do this for a little while, you think you understand the knots that he's using and the general way that he's setting it up. You attempt to help him along, but there's certain things that you just don't know about this whole process. So he ends up kind of brushing you aside and correcting your work.
So all the stuff he's doing, I'm committing to memory without any effort on my part. But you know.
Yeah. And you are learning from your own mistakes.
Yes.
All right.
Almost gonna conjure a fancy hat, a sailor hat. No, almost gonna conjure a pirate hat and put it on him,
You mean like the pirate hat
and
I
then
have?
leave. You have a pirate hat
Yeah, the tricord hat, remember?
with the skull and crossbones and everything.
We got it in the cave, or in that cache, remember?
Oh, well then you know what that means? It means I've seen it, and it means I can conjure it. So.
Yes, it does.
And I'm gonna put it on him, and I'm gonna smile, and I'm gonna leave.
Rock's gonna frantically look over the water.
All right.
Rock's gonna catch a fish.
Give me a survival check, Rock.
Sure. In the tower?
Yes. You don't seem to see any fish. It's a rather bright day out, so the sun reflects off the water, and you can't really see far below the surface.
He has disadvantage on wisdom checks to see anyway.
That's just sort of seeing and catching fish would be a survival check sort of situation.
Oh, okay.
He's used to swimming in the water and catch it with his face.
Fair enough. Alright.
I need you to tell me when the captain just kind of like looks out. Oh, is he still looking into the river?
He's looking away, just kind of staring off in the direction that the boat is moving.
Okay. I'm gonna be like kind of focused on him, kind of like I don't know. I'm gonna be watching him, but I want to wait till he like looks over the side of the boat in the water, just whenever that happens.
Um,
I think Kobo's gonna go catch mice in the break.
to catch mice?
Yes.
I imagine that this is pretty much just a big open slab of wood on the water.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
just
this is
generally
like
what a
one-
barge is.
One flat sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind then.
Obviously not exactly like that, but basically.
He will.
I mean, it probably has some sort of cabin, right? If we're gonna be here for a week,
No, in general.
at least for him.
It usually would be on top though,
Yeah.
unless it was like a saltwater barge kind of thing. But I'm assuming this is just a river, so it'd be freshwater, so there wouldn't really be no bottom to it.
Anyways,
Alright, in that case, I'm gonna cast Detect Magic. Ritual casting.
Alright. Were you looking for anything?
Does any of the cargo look magical?
Not really. There's some very faint magical auras around some of the containers. They seem to be a protection or some sort of an alarm spell.
Okay.
What did you roll on that? 3. 3, okay. Raku,
Yes.
what's your passive perception?
12.
That'll be enough. And what were you currently doing? I think I missed. Okay, spaced out for just a second when you were describing what you were doing.
I was just watching the captain now, but so I'm gonna. So he's generally like just standing in the same place, probably just like steering the raft or whatever. The captain.
The deckhand is steering it at the moment.
Oh. So where's the captain now?
The captain is sort of sitting off to one side. Well, he was taking sips from a flask, but now he's not anymore.
I thought he threw that over the boat.
He emptied it.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to use prestidigitation, and I'm gonna make like a shower of sparks appear in front of him, and then once the sparks fade, it's gonna look like
An image of bread.
yeah, it's gonna be a mark that looks like a baguette, like burned into the deck below those sparks that he was looking at.
What's the range on that?
I don't think it's. Wait, there's prestidigitation, right?
Yeah,
I don't
It just-
Prestidigitation has a
burned.
30-foot range, correct?
10-foot range.
10 foot? Give me a stealth check.
Okay.
I don't think it's burned. I think it's more just.
No,
like,
it just appears. It
Yeah.
appears to be that. Yeah.
It's just like a mark.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying the mark looks like it's burned.
Ooh. Well,
It's still a
nothing.
15.
15.
Dang.
Rolled one higher.
Ah.
He turns around, seeing that you kind of crept up on him and are preparing to cast a spell, and he just stares daggers at you.
I'm gonna make one more effect, and that's gonna be a small puff of smoke around me.
I don't think it'll even be around you. I think it could be just like right in front
There's
of you.
a
Yeah.
small puff of smoke as very clearly run off to one side. Like claws clacking against the wooden deck for maybe about 20 feet as you run to the other side.
Oh, I wasn't moving.
You weren't moving.
No, I just wanted it to just cover me up, just stupidly.
There's a faint wind, so after about 2 seconds decent cover, it just kind of blows away.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then I'm gonna wave at him.
quick question.
You seem to be awful quiet lately. Go ahead, Cobalt.
Alright, so, I'm guessing I see this because the barge isn't all that big. I'm gonna whisper to, Raku, and he can respond.
Yeah, you can use
with
message.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, do you want a little out of this?
I'm gonna say, nope, I've got it. And I'm gonna keep staring directly into his eyes and waving. And
After about 10 seconds, the captain just swivels on his chair, facing back towards the front.
Wait, why did he get a chair?
Been
His
sitting on
chair?
sort of like a swiveling captain's chair this whole time.
Oh,
Captains have silvering chairs?
I didn't
Have
know
you
they
had chairs
invented
on
that
boats?
technology.
You've never been on a
yet.
boat?
I've never been on this. Dude. All
It's
my
good
shit
to be a
Captain.
captain.
comes from
Well, it's
one
more
piece,
like
okay?
it's more like a stool. But either way,
Okay, that's different.
just kind of
I can
swivels
see
on
that
it.
swivel. Yeah, I can see
Okay.
that swiveling.
We are going
It's-
to
it's a
get kicked
giant.
off this freaking boat.
no, not yet. Not after. We will after what I finish my grand plan with.
Oh jeez, I'm
We're-
gonna
we're-
perform again.
We're bored kobolds. I don't know what he expects. Alright. I'm gonna conjure a big fluffy bed and take a nap.
Alright.
And by big, I mean no bigger than on either side. It's big for me.
You do so. However, Raku, you hear a faint, soothing voice
I
coming
kind of.
from somewhere around you, and it says, "The trophies on his neck are from his own kin."
I kind of just like tilt my head when I hear this, and I try to look. I assume what it's talking about is the captain, so I try to look at the captain to see if I can see it.
You don't see anything around his neck.
So I just kind of shrug it
Hold
off.
on. Quick question.
Yeah?
I got remove curse, right?
What?
Yeah, I could have sworn you did.
Yeah, I thought I did too, but it's not my spell.
Well, actually, that's what we had the pearl for, was to
Yeah.
give to.
No, you gave a different pearl. I was never in possession of that pearl. I remember having the.
Oh,
I had
okay.
a pearl, but not. It wasn't like worth enough. You know what I mean? It wasn't big enough.
I believe you did, actually.
Yeah, I think you did.
You managed to
Alright,
get enough gold and get a favor done.
I'll go ahead and add that. Anyway, cobalt snapping.
Is there like a mast on this barge?
Very short ones on either side near the front.
Like, how
They-
big are the posts for it?
Maybe about 15 feet tall.
Wide.
Wide, maybe 6 inches.
Alright. I am going to take one of my lazy hand crossbow bolts. And I'm going to... Let me stealth first to make sure that the crew members aren't watching. Ouch.
Yeah, too bad. I don't think that's gonna do it.
Alright, what are you gonna do next?
I'm gonna fire it to the very top of the post.
Make a ranged spell attack or a ranged attack.
Let's see.
You will indeed hit.
However, no, I'm waiting for you to say something.
How high up is the mast again?
He said 15 feet.
Okay.
So at the top of the mast, all you hear is just constantly.
I'm going to kill you.
Alright, so here's what happens. This noise wakes Kobold up. He's gonna teleport up 15 feet up in the air, take it out, and then when he's gonna ride the mast down, because it's really small and light, and then he's gonna hand it to Raccoon and say, I think you dropped this.
I'm gonna say, oh thanks, and I'm gonna do it again.
No, you're not gonna speak.
Oh yeah,
It's too late for that,
Okay.
my man.
All right.
Well, you
No,
screwed up, and that,
now we
you
just
kinda
have
deserve it
to,
now.
we have to see if they heard.
They would have heard that whole thing. Because that
Well, would they have been?
crossbow
Yeah.
is it's not silent.
No, I know.
Well,
Neither
well,
is the arrow.
We'll cut you a deal and say that they didn't hear the crossbow twang. But they definitely would have heard the screaming arrow as it...
No, the thing is, he couldn't hear me talk. That was the deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of that was
I'm-
talking.
No,
I know.
Saying they heard the book,
Yeah,
which attracted their attention.
yeah, they
Oh, yeah.
heard the bolt, but not my voice.
They hear the bolt impact and it starts screaming. They hear Cobalt cast a spell, appear up there, grab
I
the
didn't
arrow,
cast a
fall
spell.
down. You didn't?
Nope.
So the arrow is still up there.
No. I teleported up there and grabbed it.
It is a spell, correct?
No, it's not.
How
It
did
is
you
a
teleport?
6 level 6.
You broke
I have
your...
as an action, I have a 30-foot teleport.
Really? For
Yeah.
what? For conjuration?
Let me see if I can put it up here.
What is this?
It is a 30-foot teleport as an action.
That seems really powerful.
Also, it refreshes every time I cast
Cast.
I see that.
teleport, misty step, teleport, misty step, teleport, misty step.
It's fucking
Is
ridiculous.
this part of your
It's part of the
Conjuration
wizard.
wizard thing? Yes.
Yep.
school of conjuration? Ah, there it is.
Alright, so now you are 15 feet up in the air with the arrow. What do
Yeah,
you do
and
now?
like I said, I slid down the post.
Give me an acrobatics check. It's not slanted at all, it's straight up and down.
That's my acrobatics. Stop, I'm done. Alright, Featherfall it is.
Oh god.
In a lightning fast exchange, you appear at the top of the mast, grab the arrow,
Okay.
begin to fall very rapidly, but manage to get Featherfall off at the last moment.
It's the anime thing where, like, they suddenly slow down and there's that air and then it'll land softly.
Yeah. Anyways, you now have the arrow.
Yeah,
It is
and
still
like I said-
screaming. And the
Like
cat
I
is
said,
Oh yeah.
I hand it to Raku and say, I think.
You're
And
cutting out
Raku
again.
said, and like I said before, I hand it to Raku and say, I think you dropped it. And then Raku says,
I said thanks.
he certainly does.
The captain gives a small smile.
So he did hear me?
He did hear you.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Looks like you owe Sully 10 extra gold.
My money.
I guess I'll put the lazy arrow back.
Alright, it shuts up as you return it to the quiver. Sully, you are muted on Discord if you were meaning to say something.
I said, my money.
Ah.
Alright. I don't think Cobalt can do anything.
What?
Unless it's too reactive. I said, for the rest of the journey, I don't think.
You're not going to do anything?
I mean, unless I'm just reacting to something.
Yeah, I'll just vote to skip.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll be a good ship rider. I'll help when I can.
It's a
How many
D12, not
books
a
did I
D20.
get through?
I'd say you'd be able to get through 2.
Only 2 books?
I'm also gonna read the book.
Which are big books.
I guess while I'm waiting, I'll read the books. I guess while I'm waiting, I'll read the books as well. But I'm guessing there's a chance I might be able to get through them faster than Eric's.
Alright.
So what's the next engineering book about?
The next engineering book is about bearings and journals. Basically, lubrication between 2 metals without actual fluid lubricant. It's pretty
Okay.
interesting.
And the next one?
Book about concrete.
They have
Various
concrete this
natural recipes for it. Well, concrete was an ancient Roman invention. It's a bit different from modern day concrete, but it
That's
serves the
right.
same purpose.
It is.
A moldable and a moldable sort of material that gains hardness over time. You do read that the dwarves used it very, very successfully in the construction of Miravar. I'm sorry, Mithril Hall. And the town outside of that, I believe it's called Stone something or other. Sully, you try to open the Book of Secrets, but it does not open for you. It very firmly remains shut.
Interesting.
Can Cobalt try it at some point?
Yeah.
Sealed again.
Seeing that
there's
Sully is trying to open the book, you also try to open the book, but it remains closed. Putting some force into it reveals that it will not open for you.
Darn.
Now, how did that key work
Come
again?
on, Julith. We already solved your riddle. Let us read the book. Come on, Julith.
You're not sure how the key works. You've really never taken any time to really identify it, to perhaps
then I'll
get some
identify it.
insight on its actual magical properties.
He
You
did
identify
try
it?
to identify it multiple times and just got nothing.
Really? Because I don't remember you actually identifying it.
Yeah, he did.
Well,
He did it for everything you gave us from the vault.
Yeah.
This wasn't fault.
Yeah,
Are
the
you talking about the Book of Unearthly Secrets?
I'm talking about the key.
Oh,
Oh.
the key.
Listen
No.
along, Eric's.
Alright, well, I'm gonna identify it then.
Alright. This key allows for entrance into the hidden city of Numillion. And you feel that, and as you identify this, you sort of hear instructions given by Shuluth. And it requires the use of a door or a doorway or an archway.
That's
And
what I
upon inserting the key into either the keyhole or where the keyhole should be, in the case of an archway, you will be provided with a entrance to his city. And of
Now-
course, he very sternly reminds you that should anyone come across this or be keyed on to the existence of his city and how to access it, your privileges to entering it will be revoked.
Oh, so I can't just go up to the captain.
You definitely cannot do that.
Hmm. We'll work on the chest.
No, it
Dang. Okay.
does
Well,
require
I guess
an actual door structure.
I guess we can't do that anytime.
Can you conjure a door?
I don't think I can't conjure something that big. If I've 3x3 door, like a 3x3 door or 3x3 doorway, then yes, I can.
I mean, we're all less than 2 feet tall, right? That would work.
Well, yeah, but I need to have seen it, and there's no guarantee that it'll work on a magical door.
Oh.
But yes, you're unsure if it would work on a conjured door.
Also, if we were to go, if we were to leave the city after entering, where would the exit door be?
It doesn't tell you where the exit door will be in the city, but you will exit through there, so you should easily find your way back.
Okay, so we'll exit, we'll come back out the doorway we entered.
It's been
Alright, now
set up. It's been set up as he tells you, so that in case you re-enter near someone else, sort of moves the doorway elsewhere, so that you don't run into them immediately.
Okay, and now, what if the door would be destroyed, or something like that, or in any other way from the outside?
From the outside, your punch does not tell you.
Alright.
For the rest of your journey, is rather uneventful. Why do I not have this next page open?
Cobalt is going to try spearfishing.
Alright. Give me a survival.
Actually, it's a regular fish.
Okay, survival. As I don't believe you have any fishing tackle.
I can conjure the fishing rod.
I
and
have
fishing
some
tackle.
that he could use.
He
Alright.
has a bunch of centipedes and worms.
Fortunately, they don't seem to be biting at the moment.
Oh heck.
I picked up just about everything. We even have manacles and some chain, for crying out loud.
Oh baby.
On the 17th of Flame Roll, a 7th day, you arrive in Loudwater. Now, Loudwater at this time is a relatively thriving city. It's a somewhat about the same size as Daggerford, with a small wall going around the city. But it is absolutely beautiful, with almost every spare patch of ground and any available surface adorned with lovingly tended greenery and full gardens all over town. A very, very nice town.
I'm gonna go ahead like usual, seek out some Zentarum to get some information about the area.
So we're now leaving the barge.
Yes, you have arrived, and you do not get the 10 gold back.
Is there a mast? So there is a mast, right?
There's 2 masts. Front on the one on the front corners. One on each of the front corners. Sorry.
All right, and so since I can have up to 3 effects, I'm going to, on those masts, create the symbol. I'm taking this from our buddy on Twitch. Told me to do this. I'm gonna make like baguettes on the masts, like symbols of it, and like just as big as I can make it with this cantrip. I'm sure it's not gonna be that much.
I think it's 1 foot by 1 foot.
I'm
Either
not
that or
like
3 feet by
5
3
feet.
feet. Oh, that's pretty big actually.
And-
Also,
Um,
each effect only lasts a small period of time.
Sully, I'm guessing a nat 20 is going to hit you.
Who?
What?
Me?
Yes. Or no, not
Yeah.
Sully. Sorry, Raku.
Yes.
I do. It only lasts up to an hour.
Yes.
As
And
you
that.
cast these
It's
large
1 cubic
baguettes
foot.
in plain view, the captain, seeing what you're doing, strides over and kicks you off of the barge directly onto the wooden dock.
But the baguettes are still there, right?
Baguettes are still there.
Now, so this is what it is. It's not like, it's not what do we decide? 5 feet?
1 foot by 1 foot.
I applaud.
It's in the spell description. Pull it up.
I'm looking.
No,
but it's,
it just says
you.
it says you make a color small marker symbol appear on an object. It doesn't say how big.
Alright, well, it says small mark, so yes.
All right, but I want to make it like tiled. You know, like when you tile a computer wallpaper when it's just like the same image over and over again.
Well, it's only going to be one of those tiled images.
Well, 2 of them. I want to do one on each.
Well, I don't think you have time to do that before
Yes,
you get kicked.
he has 12 seconds.
I did that. Then he kicked me.
Yeah, it's 6 seconds, right?
He simply points at you, then points off to the shore.
And then I leave.
I'm gonna gather
You're-
up Donkey and Shrek.
All right. As all your stuff is unloaded, and you head towards the town.
Follow after him and say that'll be 10 gold.
All right.
Can I
Oh, look at that map.
Wait, what?
Well, I don't have the actual map on Fantasy Grounds right now, but I can have it for next session.
Sweet. Now's
Come
actually
on,
not a
get a
bad
cat.
time to go ahead and wrap up, actually.
Mm-hmm. Actually, can everyone give me a perception check
Yes, we
In the
can.
tower?
in the tower, please?
No.
We didn't really do a whole lot today, but I guess it was a short session.
we were on a boat?
We had fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the boat ride drag.
Sully got laid.
And I got a
Yeah.
I got
Well,
a story doll.
I was bored as hell in town, so the boat was where I had fun.
Raku, Eric's, and Ruck. Yeah, okay.
I am now your deity.
You all hear, kind of over the faint din of the marketplace and people walking past, but from the nearby mountains, sort of echoing through the valleys, through the woods, over the plains, you hear the roar of a dragon.
Does it go all the way to Grandma's house?
I'll kill your character right now.
Oh. Rock's grinning and just hopping.
It doesn't seem that anybody else has heard. For the manner in which you heard it was very subtle.
Cobalt didn't hear it.
Alright.
No, you were a bit distracted by all the people around.
Eric
That
will
sounds about right.
grin.
Same here.
Yep.
And
All
just
right.
summon a little vine around his fist. God damn it.
All right, you guys basically look fly as fuck.
We what?
We look fly as
You're
fuck.
looking adventurer as fuck. You guys are getting ready for, the vine around your fist. Rockrat grinning like a madman.
I-
Strolling into town on a cart.
Riding.
Riding on a cart.
On
You
our
said on a cart.
pit-mobile.
Yeah. So then, should we have like a door frame constructed on like the bottom of our cart, so the door opens like up, and we can just jump down into the city?
Maybe.
And then... and then Dova has the door open above the middle of the city and we fall like 3 stories.
Featherfall.
True,
Yeah, man.
True. Anyways, I would like to try and find some Zentarum to get information about the area.
Give me an investigation check, and we are going to be wrapping up soon since Eric's has to go.
Eric's and Raku, I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
They're gonna go watch a movie.
We're gonna go see the new Thor.
Tell me how it
They're gonna
is.
abandon us. I mean, watch a movie.
I've been hearing good things.
Can I get help from Kale?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Well,
You see a butterfly.
I get distracted by a butterfly.
So does Kale.
Kale and Eric start like investigating each other, like when you like the old joke that a private detective's following another private detector.
is that a flea? Let's take care of that.
They just noticed each
You
other
start
the first time.
investigating the local souvenir shop, sort of full of trinkets, various handcrafts, and if you go to the Renaissance Fair, they'll have those stands with all like the streamers and the spinning things outside,
Mm-hmm.
and all the wind chimes. Basically that.
Anything nice and comfy, like a big plushie or anything that I can put on the cart?
They do sell a large quilt inside,
Hmm.
with various pictures from the town's history.
How much?
5 gold pieces.
Yeah, that's not bad. I'll buy it.
All right. You now have a quilt from Loudwater. Note that it does have scenes from its history.
This is going to be important later on in the story.
But
Yeah, Dova mentioned it twice. It's gonna be important. Anyway, Dova, I seem to recall that I cast Identify on the key while we were on the boat. I don't think you ever got a
the
response.
instructions.
yeah, I
Oh, you're right. I did. I'm dumb.
yes.
I forgot. Anyway,
Calendar thing is cool.
Yeah, I never actually opened it before. It was just one of those where it's like, what are we going to do with a calendar for people? I assumed it was meant for us to like schedule events.
Yes.
Like,
And to take notes on when things happen. Plus, it
Well-
just helps with immersion for seasons and such.
And 10-day weeks.
I thought it was for like, we're gonna be playing on this day at this time.
Oh yeah.
And it's
Like,
like,
an IRL calendar. No.
we're gonna sit here with this Fantasy Grounds up, and people are just gonna open Fantasy Grounds just to check when we play next? Really?
Wait, are there months that have 1 day in them?
No.
Or what is that?
Actually, yes. Well, Midsummer is sort of an event.
Basically, the way I understand the Forgotten Realms calendar, every month is 30 days. it winds up to being the same amount of days as, or roughly the same amount as we have in real life. But instead of having some months
Like the
are 31,
solstices.
others are 28. Well, one is 28.
Yes, those are all solstices.
Yeah, the solstices are their own entity.
Their own, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the midwinter annual holiday. You got what is green grass annual holiday. And
Spring.
then midsummer.
Fall.
Apparently, midsummer is only every 4 years, so there's your leap year.
No, that's something else.
Oh, shield meet.
Shield meat, yeah.
So midsummer is every year, but shield meet is every 4 years on the same day as midsummer. It looks like.
Wait, where are you seeing that? Shield meat? I don't
It's
see
under
that on my...
midsummer.
Just hover over the
Number.
first of midsummer.
Oh, every 4 years, midsummer annual holiday. So that, yeah, okay.
Then we've got High Harvestide.
Oh no, because in Kythorn, the 20th of Kythorn is the summer solstice.
So yeah,
Yeah,
these
but
are...
these are festivals, I guess.
Okay.
I kind of like
Yeah,
how
I
they
was
do it.
thinking that
It's-
there were solstices for a moment.
Yeah, they've
but
got different things for the solstices. Like in Nighthall, it's the 20th is the winter solstice. There's a lot of lore to this world. Anyways, I added the quilt to my to Shrek's inventory. I guess we can call it here.
Is there anything else anybody wants to do before we end?
I want to check on my.
Before
my
we end,
slime.
but there is something I'd want to discuss
Oh.
after the session.
You open up the container of slime and you smell a faint, sort of acrid smell. It's very hard to describe. It smells like
smells
pennies.
like copper, but different. Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
But yes, go ahead. You were going to say... Who else was going to do something?
I'm good. I had something, but I can't remember what it is.
I'm fine.
Alright. Then we will hold off here in the Garden City of Loudwater until next week, I believe.
All right. Well, thank you everybody very much for joining us on this stream. I will be streaming next on Friday, most likely. The Fists of Furry D&D is returning again, finally. Otherwise, thank you. Please make sure you join the Discord. It is discord.zgfgaming.com. And I will see you all next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye!
Never do that again, Ray.
Fuck
I do it
yeah.
every time.